2025 is bringing horror to a whole new level. With legacy sequels, chilling adaptations, and bold new visions, the lineup is packed with unforgettable scares. We've also updated our list of the best horror movies from 2024. Find the link in the description. In this video, we're counting down 12 upcoming horror movies in 2025. Before we get started, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. The Monkey.
Spaghetti City.
Based on Stephen King's short story and produced by horror icon James Wan, The Monkey hits theaters on February 21st. Theo James plays a man terrorized by a creepy monkey doll, one that causes death every time its symbols crash together. The tagline, "Everyone dies," and that's messed up.
Controls life and death. And those deaths are really fucked up.
King's original story focused on twin brothers haunted by the cursed toy, but the movie takes things further, adding more shocking deaths and a disturbing family dynamic. The trailer teases a mix of dark humor and bloody chaos, perfectly capturing director Osgood Perkins' knack for flipping expectations. Sinners. Ryan Coogler's Sinners takes us into the eerie world of the 1930s Jim Crow South, a gothic horror film that's as atmospheric as it gets. The story follows twin brothers, both played by Michael B. Jordan, as they return to their hometown looking for a fresh start. But what they find is something far more sinister lurking in the shadows. The trailer doesn't give much away, keeping the supernatural elements under wraps and letting the suspense build.
I ain't ever seen no demons. No ghosts.
It's a bold move for Coogler, stepping away from his work on Black Panther and Fruitvale Station, but the blend of social commentary and bone-chilling horror feels like it's right in his wheelhouse. Sinners hits theaters exclusively on March 7th, and if the trailer is anything to go by, this could be a game changer for the genre. Nosferatu. Nosferatu, set to premiere in theaters this Christmas, offers a fresh take on the iconic 1922 horror classic. Lily Rose Depp stars as Ellen Hutter, a young woman ensnared in the eerie world of Count Orlok, portrayed by Bill Skarsgård. The film boasts a stellar supporting cast, including Nicholas Hoult, Willem Dafoe, and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Critics have lauded it as gorgeous and horrifically brilliant, highlighting its unsettling moments that promise to keep audiences on edge.
But you could never please me as he could.
This reimagining masterfully blends gothic atmospheres, dark humor, and award-worthy performances, positioning it as one of the most anticipated horror films of the year. For those seeking atmospheric scares and unforgettable visuals, witnessing Nosferatu in theaters is a must. Saw 11.
No, it's not creepy at all.
The Saw series has been a horror heavyweight since James Wan and Lee Wannell unleashed it back in 2004. Known for its twisted plots and nail-biting tension, the franchise is still going strong. After the success of Saw 10, the next chapter, Saw 11, is coming on September 26, 2025, and it's promising to take us even deeper into the mind of John Kramer, a villain so layered he's practically an anti-hero now. Tobin Bell is back as Jigsaw, and once again, we're in for a masterclass in moral dilemmas and sadistic traps. Kevin Greuter, a longtime Saw veteran, is directing this one, and if his track record is anything to go by, we're in for a perfect mix of blood-soaked horror and gripping storytelling.
We'll save your life.
So sleep, silent.
While most of the cast remains a mystery, that mid-credits tease featuring Mark Hoffman, played by Costas Mandylor, has fans buzzing. Could we be looking at a fresh dynamic between Hoffman and Kramer? One thing's for sure, Saw 11 is sticking to the franchise's signature formula of shocking traps and psychological twists, while pushing its story into new territory. Wolfman.
Back
Mommy is coming!
Blumhouse and Lee Whannell, the mind behind The Invisible Man, are back with Wolfman, a bold reimagining of the classic werewolf tale. This time, the story centers on a family thrown into chaos when the father is cursed with a horrifying affliction. Featuring Christopher Abbott, Julia Garner, and Matilda Firth, the film blends horror and drama, exploring themes of fear, grief, and the unknown. The trailer teases a gripping transformation, blurring the line between man and monster, while showcasing Whannell's knack for breathing new life into old legends. Coming off the success of The Invisible Man, this one carries high expectations. January releases can be hit or miss, but with its emotional depth and powerhouse cast, Wolfman might just deliver. Final Destination: Bloodlines. After 13 years, Final Destination is making a comeback. Final Destination: Bloodlines is set to hit theaters in 2025, marking the franchise's 25th anniversary. Creator Jeffrey Reddick promises a deeper dive into the franchise's unsettling backstory, while keeping the intense, nail-biting tension we all know and love. Leading the cast is Brec Bassinger, and yes, Tony Todd returns in his legendary role. Sadly, Todd passed away on November 8th, leaving behind a legacy that's truly unforgettable. The story centers on Stephanie, an ambitious teen plagued by chilling premonitions tied to a tragic accident from the 1960s, and her grandmother's close brush with death. As her family's buried secrets come to light, death returns with unfinished business. Presence.
You wonder where they are. And you wonder what it would be like if you were there too.
Steven Soderbergh is taking a bold step into supernatural horror with Presence. And this isn't your usual ghost story. Here, the ghost is the camera itself. The entire movie unfolds from the spirit's point of view, pulling you into a front row seat as a family unravels under its haunting gaze. Soderbergh calls it a Trojan horse, using the supernatural to explore the messy dynamics of a group falling apart.
And the sides are mud, and you can't get out.
The film stars Lucy Liu, Julia Fox, and Chris Sullivan, and reunites Soderbergh with screenwriter David Koepp, who also worked with him on Kimi. Brought to you by Neon, the studio behind hits like Longlegs, Presence is set to haunt theaters starting January 24th, 2025. The Strangers, Chapter 2. The masked killers are back, and things are about to get even creepier in The Strangers. Chapter 2. This sequel picks up right where the first chapter left off. Maya, played by Madeline Petch, wakes up in an abandoned hospital, only to find herself plunged into an even darker nightmare. Trust is scarce in this eerie mountain town, and every turn seems to lead her deeper into danger. A ride with strangers who seem helpful at first quickly takes a sinister turn, making Maya question if her saviors are the same hunters she barely escaped.
But do not be deceived by the masks they wear.
While the first chapter got mixed reviews for leaning heavily on genre cliches, it still hooked audiences enough to become a box office hit. Directed once again by Renny Harlin, known for Die Hard 2 and A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, this follow-up promises more tense survival and unexpected twists. Keep an eye out for its release in 2025. The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Because that's what Mayfair will cost me.
The Conjuring. Last Rites promises a chilling finale to the iconic franchise. Set photos from the film show Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson back as Lorraine and Ed Warren, dressed in mourning, likely for a funeral. A hearse in the background hints at a storyline steeped in death. The plot's still under wraps, but fans are buzzing. Will it tie up Volak's reign of terror, teased in The Nun Second, or adapt real Warren cases, like the Union Cemetery haunting? Whatever the direction, expectations are high for a grand send-off.
A master Satanist is not an adversary to be taken lightly.
Releasing September 5th, 2025, Last Rites will be the Warrens' final chapter on the big screen. And with a connected TV series in the works, this isn't goodbye, it's a haunting new beginning. The Black Phone 2. The Black Phone is getting a sequel. After the 2021 film made over $160 million on a $16 million budget, director Scott Derrickson and screenwriter C. Robert Cargill are back for The Black Phone 2, hitting theaters on October 17th, 2025. The story takes a high school coming-of-age turn. The first film followed 13-year-old Finney Shaw, who escaped a killer, the Grabber, Ethan Hawke, with help from the voices of his past victims.
Look what you made me do.
Please hurry!
You remember what I told you?
Someday I should stand up for myself.
Someday is today.
The eerie yet heartfelt story hit hard with audiences. Mason Thames, Madeline McGraw, and Ethan Hawke return, with Demian Bichir joining the cast. Inspired by an idea from Joe Hill, Derrickson promises a sequel that could top the original. High school, hauntings, and heartache. Can't wait for this one. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments. Megan 2.0.
Don't worry, Katie. I won't let anything harm you.
Blumhouse is back with Megan 2.0, hitting theaters on May 16th, 2025. The sequel continues the creepy AI story that had everyone talking in 2023. Directed by Gerard Johnstone and written by Akilah Cooper, this next chapter promises to go even deeper into the fears surrounding artificial intelligence. Producer James Wan hinted that this one will take the idea of an AI uprising to the next level. If you remember, the first Megan introduced us to a lifelike robot doll meant to protect kids, but things went horribly wrong, resulting in chaos that made the movie a global hit, raking in $180 million. Amy Donald's movements and Jenna Davis's unsettling voice turned Megan into an instant horror icon. Need a refresher? The original Megan is streaming now on Peacock, perfect for a rewatch before the madness continues. Insidious 6.
I'm closer to something. Or something's getting closer to me.
Insidious. The Red Door was supposed to wrap things up for the franchise. Its huge success means we're getting another one, Insidious 6. Sony Pictures already confirmed it, and it's set for release on August 29th, 2025. Now, they're keeping the plot under wraps for now, but the buzz is that it'll tie more closely into the main storyline. The Insidious series, created by Lee Whannell and James Wan, has always kept us hooked with the eerie saga of the Lambert family and the chilling spirits from the Further.
Secrets. They suppressed our memories, but I can still feel something following us.
There's only one way to find out.
We'll have to wait and see, but one thing's for sure. Insidious 6 is ready to serve up more of those nightmares that fans just can't get enough of.